Hey people, it's me, Turnsville, once again. How y'all doing today? I'm cool. I just wanted to say thank you to all the people, new people, that's been subscribed to my channel, because it seems like I'm getting a little bit of traction with a couple people who actually watch my videos. But that's neither here nor there. Today, I want to talk about video games again because I love them so much, and it seems like more and more as you go down the list of things that as you go down the list of games that's coming out this year, or game systems that's like going back on their word and shit like that. I work at GameStop, so I see shit come through and through, and it seems like when it comes down to system error, both systems is pretty even. It's like we've had a lot less systems come in than usual, but like when it comes to Xbox One and the PS4, they about equal when they come in, and the ones that don't come in, they send them straight to Sony because they think that they gonna get it right back and ain't gonna be no problem with it. And I'm like, okay, they having problems just as much as Xbox. The only difference with Xbox comes through GameStop. PS4 go through Sony. Like they send them to Sony, Sony send them a new one, and they see what's wrong with it, and then they send it to us. That's pretty much how things go. And all these, you know what I'm trying to wrap my head around? People that buy used games, they trying to take used games out of the market simply because they ain't making as much money as GameStop. And with it coming down to everything being like a digital download of shit, nobody's gonna have enough space for that. Nobody. 500 gigabytes is a lot of space, but it ain't enough space. It's not. Whether like me, I got 250 on my Xbox 360, and I still have a lot of space. But when you getting free games, when you getting a lot of free games, and when you buying games and when you downloading them every single game, it's gonna take up space fast. The only reason mine ain't full is because I ain't got no money. That is pretty much the gist of it. And the digital, it seems like more and more is going towards digital, but it shouldn't, because a disc can hold a lot more space than a console can. Because if you put everything on the disc that's inside a console and you never had to use the disc again, it would take up space so much fast. It would take up space like people. Like the people that made like the new games, and they putting them all on the system. Like IGN tested it. Like it's like maybe 20, 30 games can fit on 500 gigs minus the system stuff. So there's like 4, maybe 3, depending on the system. And people, you know, the people who got mad that when Battlefield said well, I don't know what Battlefield said, that people say that Battlefield released the unfinished game. That's understandable. They finished an unfinished game. They sent out an unfinished game. It's not a good thing, but you gotta think, nobody got mad when they sent out two unfinished systems, because they know they're gonna get updated soon. But updated systems, I don't know why people didn't get mad at that. Maybe it's just because it's Battlefield, but literally nobody really got mad that they released unfinished systems, because people think they finished, nowhere near finished. I can honestly say with every system that had, they leveled their tiers of betterness. Oh, betterness ain't a word. They had their tiers of getting better. Whether it's Xbox 360. Xbox 360 started out horrible. All of them getting burnt out, getting sent back, getting redone, people coming up with stuff to fix them, blah, 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 whoop-de-whoop. And then they got the next one. Still the same model, but a little bit all knocked up, still bad. Then they came out with the Slim. The Slim is still, to this day, the best model of the Xbox 360. And it will be until the Xbox 360 stop getting made. And then one step up, the Evo. The Evo kind of sucks, but the Slim's still the best model. But the Slim, quiet, nice, sleek, sit in there right, it don't fuck up. Hey, they good on that. PS3, when the first run of those motherfuckers came out, mine fucked up. I ain't even gonna lie. People say it because I'm an Xbox. I like Xbox, but I like Xbox strictly because I never got my PS3 back. They said they was gonna send it back. I never got it back. So, fuck them. But I sent my PS3 in. It had the little orange light. It wouldn't turn on, wouldn't work, nothing. Sent it in, never got it back. So, but I had both systems at the time, so I really didn't care. And the system was already out of date. I would only got like $80 for it. It really ain't that big of a deal to me. But when I had it, it was fun. It was nice. But then you got to step up. The PS3, the first slim model. The first PS3, the only problem with the first slim model of the PS3 is that it didn't have enough memory. The 120, 160, and all that stuff, it wasn't enough for me. And like I had a whole bunch of stuff installed, and it wasn't really enough for me. And then like the only games that I really played, the ones that I did install, like Kingdom Hearts and stuff like that. And then they got the Super Slim. The Super Slim is small, tiny, and it feel like it's gonna break in your hand. That's why I never got that, because I like the bulky feel of it. I like, when it comes to a system, I like it having some weight on it. That means like, if I drop it, if I move or something happen to it, it could survive. But it seemed like with the PlayStation Slim, if I dropped that one good time, it'd like shatter. And I didn't like that. But it had a lot of memory, and it had its little sleek look and stuff like that. And it was cool. And the same thing is going to apply to the newer systems. The same thing is going to apply to them. We know it's going to apply to them because they always make a slim. They always make a smaller version. I think the only systems that did not have a slim were the ones that I know of. It's like the real old systems. But when it comes to like switching over to like the next gen, it's like Nintendo 64 and Dreamcast. I think that's it. Because like all the Game Boys had a smaller model. All the PlayStations had a smaller model. The Xbox didn't. The Xbox did not have a smaller model. The regular Xbox, the first Xbox, did not have a smaller model. So that's one. But you never know with the new systems because they need a lot of space. But with the technology coming out, it's going to be possible to compress everything that's in the Xbox One down to something that's this small. It's going to be possible to compress like a PS4 to something that's like this small, because they always get smaller because of the technology is getting better. And it's just the fact that people get mad over the fact that like games come out a certain way and they get mad at the game, but don't get mad at the people who make they don't get mad at the people who make the system, because when it comes down to it, all games are made on computers. Every single game is made on the computer. Every game get played on the computer first. So why are you mad that they come out with a system that don't work, or a system that don't work properly, or need a million updates before it do work properly, or a game that need a million updates before it do work properly? Don't get mad about it. It's just a game. We're gonna get to play it eventually. And games that like then came out recently that people get mad about is Watch Dogs. People get mad about Watch Dogs mainly because it don't look like the E3 trailer, no matter what platform you play it on. One, what game ever looks like the E3 trailer? That's the first thing. That's first thing. No game. I have never seen a game that had an E3 trailer of like gameplay, an E3 trailer that actually looked like the E3 trailer. None. None. Because the thing is, they don't build games. They don't build games on the console. They build games for the console. See, if they built games on the console, like nothing but console play, nothing, if it don't look right on the console, we do not push it out. That's how things should be. If you because they have these super souped up computers that make the game look so great. They make the game look like a masterpiece, and then they put it on the console and it don't look the same. I wouldn't say it looked like shit, but it don't look like the game. Like I can honestly, like I played on the Xbox 360 and the PS3. I played Watch Dogs on both systems. I played a little bit on both systems. And those systems, they look like shit. I can honestly say they look like shit because logos don't look right. The fabric on clothes don't look right. Some stuff, cosmetically, it just don't look right. on PS3 and Xbox 360 because it's not made for those systems. It's made for next gen systems. Now, if you played it on, and I've seen gameplay for PS4 and Xbox One, and it looks awesome. It looks great, but it does not look like the E3 trailer. But when it comes down to it, what game does? But the only backup thing I have for E3 trailers is just the fact that nothing looks like the E3 trailer for one, and then every trailer after E3 it looks like that. Every single trailer after E3, it looks just like the game that came out a couple days ago. And I'm proud of that because some games, they like start at the E3 trailer and then they come down. And then they come down a little bit more, then they keep coming down, until they look like what they came out with. And it don't look good. But Watch Dogs, every trailer after E3 looks great. Every single one. Every single one. Looks great. But like gameplay for the new Mortal Kombat just came out, and they said it's a mix of cinematography or some kind of animation and gameplay. But they say that like, oh, it's a mix of this and that, but it's gonna be something great. It's gonna look just like that. It's not. We know it's not. The first trailer, it never looks like the first trailer. Never. That's why I hope like games like what's the game? Not Fortnite. Sunset Overdrive. They have that cartoony feel that feels like it could look just like that. It feels like the gameplay, the system could look exactly like that. And that'll be so great. It'd be so great if it looked just like that. Because it looks like games like that, like games like Sly Cooper and games like Jak and Daxter and Crash Bandicoot and stuff like those. It looked like a game that's like that, but it could be looking like that because every one of those games look exactly like they play, and they kind of like they just great games. And I hope it comes out looking like that, and it'd be great. But the games that came out recently, Watch Dogs, Wolfenstein, they got the Microsoft Xbox 360 with Kinect, and without Kinect, and for $3.99, like it's that much. They just trying, like at this point, they're just trying to compete with PlayStation 4, which I think ain't gonna be that problem because when it comes down to it, PlayStation always sells the first few weeks that it comes out, but over the span of the lifetime of the console, Microsoft does better, and I don't know why, but it does, and it just seems like, so it's hard to tell, especially with systems that's so similar. It's hard to tell, so we'll see in the coming years. But Wolfenstein just came out. That fucking game is fucking ridiculous. That game is hard as shit. It's fun, but it's hard as shit. I played it on Uber. Never do it. That's all I got to say about that game. Watch Dogs. They got MLB The Show 14. People get mad about that because they like it when they come with the online pass, even though you don't need it. So people prefer that, so they don't have to so they know they have it. And what else came out? I think that's it. Oh, Super Mario Kart 8. That game is fucking fun. It's like literally one of the best looking games that's came out. Literally. It looks exactly almost exactly how it looked on that E3 trailer. It's not like Watch Dogs where it's far off. It's literally there. It's probably the best looking Nintendo game ever made. Ever. If they put every other Nintendo game on the same engine or whatever they did for Mario Kart 8, they would have no problem selling games. They would have no problem at all because Mario Kart 8 is so pretty. Looks so good. And people say it runs at 60 frames per second. I really don't know what that means, but I think in my mind as a gamer, I think more frames per second, the better it looks. That's just me. I wouldn't say the more, because 60 is where it looks really good. And it's a great game. It's a great racing game. It's a great game in general. It's one of those things in like just looks could win Game of the Year. And I hope it has high things. That's why I think Super Smash Brothers on both consoles, on both of their consoles is gonna be good. And like just games this year in general, it's gonna be something. I think they're gonna leave something to be desired. But next year, everything's gonna be great. I think next year is gonna be the year of like great games. But that was a message from Turnsville, aka Setsu. I put a link in like some trailers and gaming stuff in this one because I like games more. I like games more than anything else in my life, and games are fun. So if you want to talk about games or have anything or something you want me to talk about, just put it in the comments down below. I'm put some like a trailer for like Wolfenstein, Watch Dogs, and I just put a whole bunch of link dump down at the bottom. But this has been the message from Turnsville, aka Setsu. See ya.